Hello everybody, this is Miss Carol. I sure am missing all of you. All of the teachers at the elementary school are missing all of their students, and hopefully we'll get to see you real soon. What I wanted to talk to you today about was, do you remember before we left school, before we left for spring break, we were just getting started learning how to write a really good sentence. And I know some of you remember the 5 things that we need to do when we're writing a really good sentence. If you can remember, say them with me, okay? The first thing that we need to remember is when we're writing a sentence, the first word of every sentence begins with a capital letter. The second thing, every sentence has to end with what? A punctuation. And the third thing, we need to remember to have space between our words. A finger space between each word is just enough space, and so all of our words are not all stuck together and we can't read them. The next thing is our sentence needs to make sense. We can't leave out words when we're writing our sentence because our sentence won't make any sense. And the last thing is we need to make sure that we're writing neatly. In my classroom, I always told my students, I don't like scribble scrabble. So if you scribble scrabble, you got to do it over again. So write the best that you can. I want to show you a picture that I found that I thought was so neat. Take a look at it. See the picture? Let me get it up here where you can see it. What do you see in the picture? The first thing that jumps out to me is the cow jumping over the moon. The next thing I see is a dog laughing. I see a cat playing a fiddle. And I see a dish and a spoon running away. Now those things sound familiar. Do they sound familiar to you? I can remember a nursery rhyme that we would say together in class. Do you remember what it was? If you remember, say it with me. Do you remember, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle? The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. Do you remember that one? Well, what I want you to do is, I want you to take a look at the picture, and I'm going to leave it up for a few minutes, and I want you to think about what you see in the picture. There's a lot of interesting things going on, and I want you to think about a sentence that you could write about this picture. And I know some of you can write some really good sentences, and I know some of you can write more than one sentence. So take a look at the picture. Think about what you could say or what you could write. Get a piece of paper and a pencil and begin to write your sentence. Don't forget about the 5 things that we need to do when we're writing a good sentence. The first word in your sentence begins with a capital letter. Your sentence should always end with a punctuation mark. You should always have space between your words. Your sentence needs to make sense. Don't leave out any words. And you need to make sure you're writing the best that you can. Write neatly, okay? Now, if you can't spell a word, that's okay. You know your letters. You know the letter sounds. Sound out your letter the best that you can. Sound out your word the best that you can, okay? All right. Happy sentence writing. Bye-bye.